How are you doing? Welcome to the weekly Woodworking Wrap-Up Review, episode number 45. I'm your host, David Picciuto, the Drunken Woodworker, and this is a show where we highlight active woodworkers in the community and talk about the latest woodworking news and events. And today, we're going to talk about the most recent and interesting woodworking videos, beer flights, art made from nails, and much more. So grab a drink and stick around. Alright, today I am drinking Dundee Kolsch Style Ale, and this is from the, let's see, I guess it's just Dundee. This is from the Dundee Brewing Company. Got mostly foam there, but it's good. It's good. I had a couple earlier. Did you see that I put out a video last Friday on how to make these little beer flights? And it can also double as a whiskey flight. Or it could be a candle holder. And it's a quick and easy project. This is my first time making them. I am going to try to sell them at my craft show coming up this weekend. But it's pretty cool. It's an inch thick, but I got a bevel on the bottom here to reduce some of that heaviness that you might see in something like that. So I think it's a pretty cool little project. There is a link to the video below, along with some plans that you can get to make these yourself. All right. Oh, have you seen this? This is artwork made from just ordinary nails. This is super cool. This is by an artist named John Bisbee. And check this out. That is some pretty sweet stuff. I like that. That's creative. Good stuff right there. All right, let's dive into some videos. This first video is the Combinator by Make Magazine. This is a really awesome project that involves some simple electronics and some woodworking. It's a nice little safe, and the instructions tell you exactly how you need to wire this up. It's a really cool project, and I really suggest subscribing to this channel because there's lots of cool stuff. There's woodworking stuff, there's electronic stuff, and there's just robotic stuff and just stuff and more stuff, and it's just really cool. It's all about making things and stuff. Did I say stuff enough? Stuff. Alright, next video, the DIY Firewood Holder by April Wilkerson. I'm really enjoying watching April transform her house into all her woodworking projects, and this is a very beautiful looking firewood holder, so you want to check that out from April. Good stuff. Alright, next video, Hidden Compartment Wall Shelf by Show-Me Woodworks. This is super cool. I want to make one of these. This is very clever. There's storage hidden right in the shelf, and you can put your money or your drugs or whatever you want to hide right in there. So good stuff by Show-Me Woodworks. Moving right along, let's get to our Twitter questions. What would you recommend getting started in making videos? Hardware and software. Well, I'm on a Mac, so and I use Final Cut Pro, but it's a little overkill for the woodworking videos that I do. If you have a Mac, you'll get by with iMovie, which is free with your Mac. When it comes to a PC, I have no idea. I think there's a program called Movie Maker, but I'm sure many of you will comment down below and let Ditch Doc know what is good PC software if you're on a Windows machine. Hardware. You don't need a lot of equipment. I put out a video a few weeks ago, and I shot the entire video on my phone just to prove a point that you don't need fancy camera equipment. So whatever you got that will shoot video, just use that. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. Want me to answer your question on the show? Twat at me on Twitter using the hashtag WWWR, and I will answer them on the show. Twitter only. Twat at me. Alright, podcast this week, Shop Talk Live number 72, and there's a great conversation about table saw liability suits that have happened lately, and it includes an interview with a lawyer and the saw stop inventor. Really good show, love it. And then Wood Talk number 205. Haven't listened to it yet because it just came out minutes ago, but I'm sure I'll love that too. So those are the 2 podcasts that have come out this week. So I have this saw blade. This is a Forest Woodworker 2. It's a 1/8 inch kerf for flat bottom grooves and finger joints. I bought 2 of these thinking I could stack them together to make box joints, and it turns out that they aren't the exact same size. So I have 2 blades when I really only need 1. So I am selling this one. It cost $135 brand new, but I'm selling this one for $100, and there will be a link down below where you can buy this. It's barely used. I only used this blade to make this box right here, so it's only got a couple minutes of use on it. So, and as you know, Forest makes probably the best blades in the industry. So that'll be for sale down below. All right, I got a few t-shirts left. Use the coupon code WWWR to get $2 off. If you haven't heard, I have a new podcast out with Jimmy DiResta and Bob Claggett, and it is called Making It. And every 2 weeks we get together and we just talk about creativity and design and creativity. And we talk about design, and it's a fun little podcast. We just have it's a nice little conversation between us, and you're going to want to check that out. There'll be a link down below. To those of you who have listened, thank you so much. We were actually #1 in our category on iTunes this week, so that was amazing, super awesome. And and if you have listened to it, please go to iTunes and leave a review and let us know what you think. When you rate and leave reviews in iTunes, it helps iTunes highlight the podcasts that are doing well. And we really want to get into that new and noteworthy section in the iTunes store. So if you've listened to it and you like it, go leave a review. All right, I am not going to have a project video this Friday because I'm getting ready for my handmade show this Saturday. I think what I'm going to do is Friday morning, I'm just going to gather up all the stuff that I'm going to sell and just talk to the camera for a few minutes and release that, and just kind of go over what I have to sell, how much I'm going to sell some of this stuff, and what I hope to get out of the show. And then on the following Tuesday, we'll do kind of a wrap up of how I did, and we'll see if it was a success for me or not. So no video this Friday, no project video this Friday, but I will be talking about my crafts and getting ready for that show. If you are in the Northwest Ohio area, I encourage you to come out to Maker's Mart on Saturday and come say hello and check out my table, check out all the other stuff going on. In a few weeks, I'm going to be in the Cleveland area. I can't remember the exact date, but that one's called Manly Mart, and I'll let you know where and when that is when the time comes. So if you're in the area, I hope to see you. If you like what I do, you can buy me a beer at this link over here. And this week, I would like to thank Chris Powell, Josh Gray, David Hansen, Tony Traver. Tony, thank you so much. Huge, huge, huge. Love you, buddy. I got to figure out what to do for these big time donators because I feel like I owe you something. So once again, if you like what I do, buy me a beer here. That's it for this week. A nice quick one. All right, guys, be safe. Stay passionate and make something.